What is up, my friends? So, this Halloween, happy Halloween. So, anyways, let's talk about the film Bohemian Rhapsody that's supposed to be coming out this weekend, and I believe it's out in some parts in Europe already. But this film basically follows the life of Freddie Mercury. This is not a Queen movie per se, it's more focused on him. You do get some Queen in here, more than I thought you would, but the film is more of a Freddie Mercury biopic than anything. Now, the ending to this film pretty much ends as we know with one of the most famous Queen performances or performances ever in the history of music, and that's Queen performing at the Live Aid concert. Now this is one of the most iconic and I believe in pop culture moments ever. It was just such a tremendous performance, performed for I believe 1 billion people, and I'm just baffled at how they were able to recreate this scene. I mean, you go look at any performance that's out there on YouTube, like the live performances, and you go find this movie and then you go back to see that performance, you're thinking this looks like HD version of this. Honestly, they got everything down. Rami Malek, holy fuck, if he does not get nominated for an Oscar for this performance, I don't know what qualifies you for an Oscar, because he got everything down to the T in this performance alone, let alone the whole movie. So why does this ending and why does the film end on this performance? Well, I think it goes all the way back to the beginning of the film when Freddie Mercury's father is talking to him about him actually doing some good, being there for the people, and just living his life in a humble way. And throughout the film, we see Freddie Mercury become sort of living his life on the fast lane and just recklessly going throughout, not giving a fuck about anybody by the end of it. And you just feel like the person that started on this film was heading in that direction, but then the brakes come to a screeching halt, and Freddie Mercury starts to analyze everything that's going on in his life at this point, and he's just I put everybody aside. I put my friends, I put my band, I put the girl that I love, his soulmate of sorts, and his family to the side, and he's just with these people that don't give a fuck about him, just on the drugs, the alcohol, and all of that. And then this big performance, this Live Aid, comes just right enough to save him from this lifestyle. And it's just this performance pretty much was to get donations. I believe it was for the famine that was going on in Ethiopia, if I'm not mistaken. And so I think that's something that really brings the theme of this movie full circle, is Freddie Mercury was looking for something like that in order to have sort of redemption of everything that he did wrong, he believes, when he pushed everybody aside and he was just alone. He didn't want nobody around him, and although he had people around him, it wasn't people that cared about him or wondered if he was going to be okay. It was just people that were using him. And I think him finally giving one of the best performances I think ever on this Live Aid stage truly was him giving it all to the people that brought him up to this presence and this platform, and just giving it his all, especially starring Bohemian Rhapsody, talking about how this is the end and he's just there to give it all for everybody he's ever loved, and having his family watch at home, his audience there, his band behind his back, and on his side he also has his soulmate and his new love. I think that was a pretty awesome way to end this film, and honestly it brought me to tears just thinking about how this film began and where we were headed throughout the film and exactly where we ended. And then you just look back at such a tremendous artist such as Freddie Mercury, who was taken too soon, and you just can't help but to feel that it was a tremendous loss. And honestly, I think this film definitely deserves some Oscar nominations. I thought it was acted brilliantly by Freddie Mercury. I was going to say Freddie Mercury. By Rami Malek as Freddie Mercury. And I think that it was a beautiful, beautiful job, well done, to sort of honor Freddie Mercury, if you will. Anyways, what do you think about Bohemian Rhapsody and its ending? How did they recreate that? I need to see it behind the scenes because it was amazing. I love this film. I definitely recommend you check it out in theaters. The scope of it is definitely something you got to see on the big screen. But let me know your thoughts, and make sure you subscribe. We're on the road to 6,000 subscribers. Halfway, well, we're 200 away, so not halfway there. But I cannot wait till we get to 6,000 subscribers. I will have a live special when we get to that. And as always, I'll see y'all next time. Stay positive, my friends.